Hello, we are back, Jules. It's Lakeisha.
Hello. It's Tiffany.
Day three. And so we ended yesterday, and I just had to ask what we what we diving into on day three. And it is emotional rest, giving yourself permission to just be. Tiffany,
Yeah.
talk
So
about it.
this one I think hits all of us just in the face, right? Because how many times, I'm gonna speak for me, has I've done this multiple times and I really did it early on when I wasn't being intentional, where I said I was fine or everything was okay, and it really wasn't, right?
Yeah.
My thoughts were taken, like just taken off, or I don't think we really take a break from being strong as women. Like we don't for whatever reason. And then the reality is, sadness, when it's not really dealt with in a healthy way, and you don't get that rest and refueling, can very quickly become depression.
Mm,
Anxiety could evolve into panic attacks and anger. Anger comes like outbursts and rage. I mean, it amplifies. And so emotional rest is not about not feeling
right.
anything. It's about feeling it and deciding how to intentionally move afterwards,
Mhm.
right? It's being in spaces with people who fill your cup up, allow you to just be. I have a couple of circles. I'm very, very blessed that I have a couple of circles, a couple of friends that I I don't have to perform. I don't have to figure it out. I literally can just be as quirky as I am, as funny as I am, as silly as I am, as serious as I am in that moment. And it just is. And that to me will spark something else, right? And move me out of that exhaustion for me.
Mhm. Mhm.
But I don't know why. And I think when I realized I was struggling to really express my true feelings without feeling guilty, um,
Mm.
like I'm sad. That's
Right,
okay.
right. Mm-hmm.
It's okay, right?
Yeah.
I don't.
Ain't no shame in that.
There's no shame in it, like or
Mm-hmm.
feeling like, oh, they're gonna judge me because I'm feeling sad and I'm like,
Mm-hmm. Because you got to be perfect. You got to be on all the
no, I
time.
don't.
Yeah.
No, no,
Yeah.
man, right? Like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but to be able to be and place myself in safe spaces to be, right? Where my humanity doesn't give me this onset of, no, just think positive. No, just wait, let me just feel,
Yeah. It's okay.
and that's okay.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Now I'm not gonna stay here, but
That part.
let me, because my real friend's not gonna let me stay there, right? They're gonna be like, all right, guys, tap tap. So here's, okay, I know you're gonna give yours, but this is probably one of the
Of course.
best piece of advice that I got, right? I had this really crazy breakup, y'all. This crazy breakup. I was sad. I mean, I was sad,
Let
sad.
me mute myself.
Listen, please. So had this breakup, and so of course I call Keisha because it's like literally the first call I make. Keisha and my mama. And so I was like, oh my God, I'm in tears. I'm like dry heaving. My heart is broke. I am sad, right? And I remember her saying, okay, yep, I get it. You sad. Be sad, but don't you be sitting up in there listening to all that breakup music and trying to call him back and see what he gonna do, and if he gonna, nope, we not doing that today. You go. And I was like, oh, oh, okay, okay. And so, and I remember being like, you you right. And so I still could be sad, but she was like, you're not about to put gasoline on that fire. No, ma'am.
Yeah.
We gonna let that fire just go ahead and sizzle out, and we're gonna do something else. And to me, that really meant a lot. And it gave me a different perspective because in my moment, I was just I was starting to spiral. And she was like, hey, feel what you feel, but don't you be making it worse. Okay. So,
But that's good that you have people in mind that you know you can go to for those types of situations, right? Because
mhm,
everybody doesn't have that. Or
mhm,
everybody hasn't even taken time to sit down and say, okay, where are you at my table? What is your seat?
mhm,
I think that's important too,
mm,
because sometimes you can cry out to the wrong person and now you feel even worse. Or I've had this happen where I've told someone what's going on with me and they flip it and tell me what's going on with them and we ain't then talked about me no more. They didn't took over the whole conversation and now, I'm still feeling down and out and,
mhm,
still needing somebody I can lean on. So, and then if you don't have anybody, I would say what I was thinking about was so I did a class with Iyanla Vanzant
mhm.
back in like 2019. It was during the COVID.
2020 is when you did it. I
Oh,
remember.
okay, thank you. 2020. And
Mhm.
so one thing she had us do during that class, she had us go outside in our bare feet. Well, for what? Why I need to do that? It's bugs outside. But she was teaching us how to be grounded with nature. So we went outside, took our shoes off, and felt our feet felt the earth under our feet. And so she gave us, some things to think about and, some directives of what to do while we were out there. But ever since I've done that, I get it now. You know what I mean? I get it now. Becoming one with the earth. So anytime I'm out by water or at the beach, I'm like, hurry up, taking my shoes off. Like I'm just so into it because you do feel a little bit more aligned, especially if you're out there in the sun. I
Mhm.
have found that to make a difference. I know it sounds
Good,
crazy, but once you do
good.
it, you'll
Yeah.
you will see the difference. But when she told it, I was just like, well, I'm in this
You
class
have to
now,
go.
so let me just do
Mhm,
what this lady told me to do. Evidently, she know what she doing. I don't. That's why I'm here.
mhm,
So when I did that, I definitely felt um replenished. I will
mhm,
say that.
mhm.
When it was a time where I just felt I wasn't even that I was sad. I just needed, I just was off, emotional. You know how sometimes you're like, I don't know why I feel this way. I don't even know what it is that I'm feeling. And
But I'm
sometimes
off.
we just need to be grounded. So,
Yeah. I
yeah,
have
that's
one of my friends, her father is he does that frequently. And we were just talking about it. And so he's like, yeah, you need to take your shoes off and just walk in. I used to when I was younger, take my shoes off and walk in,
yeah.
because we from a small
And
town.
then when you get older, you start getting pedicures and things like that. You don't
Hmm.
necessarily be putting your feet out in the dirt.
On the
I,
ground. In the
I
grass.
didn't.
It's
Yeah.
but but it's just but even I think the extension of just being near water,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
That settles something because you see the vastness of the water and how it's moving, and so whether you are take your shoes off and let your feet hit the sand or the grass, or let me see the water, emotionally, if you don't have that space, those people, that's a way that you can get kind of a quick whew, all right, God, like what's going on? Where we going? What we doing? Okay,
Or
let me.
even just the sound.
Mm-hmm.
When we were at the last retreat and they had that water fountain in the
Hmm. In
solarium
this,
room, just
yes.
the sound of that, it is living. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It ain't
Hmm.
the living word, but it ain't the living water, but you know
Help
what
the
I'm saying?
people, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's just like, okay,
Well,
okay.
water, I mean, it was moving water and you could
Right.
hear it.
And you
And
can
just
hear.
the again, whether it's your eyes, whether it's your touch, what you feel in your feet,
Mhm.
whether what you hear, God created us amazingly, right? He knew what he was doing when he did his big one with us, right?
Okay.
And though those things are intentional to bring us back to, okay, like let me get to back to the one that you designed me to be, right? And
Mhm.
not this all over the place and all frantic and all the things like that. That is the Lord didn't design you for that, right? So yeah, so emotional. I know we're supposed to just touch on this. I could be talking.
I
Listen,
know, right?
We can talk about this for days at this
Wrap it
point,
up.
but we gotta wrap it up because we are gonna do a deep dive when we do our virtual mini rest retreat. And so, if you haven't seen it, if you haven't had an opportunity to check it out, check it out. The details are in the description, but it's gonna be on June 14th, and it's gonna be 4 hours. We're gonna focus on all seven of these. We're just giving you a little taste of what we're going to talk about and how we can talk through some real practical tips and tools. But yeah, if this resonated with you or something jumped out or something that you're like, oh no, this really helps me, especially getting that emotional rest and getting recharged, put a comment in the comment box. We want to read it. We want to see it. Okay. That was
All
good.
right.
That was day three.
Yeah.
Woo! It's going by fast.
I ain't even gonna ask you the next one. I'll just see y'all tomorrow.
Yeah, we just gonna see you tomorrow.